All right, guys, here's another 5-minute Bitcoin analysis because you guys seem to like this stuff. So really, I'm just looking at Bitcoin as this massive range on high time frames. Notoriously, I said, immediate risk of upside at this literal bottom, and then eventually we went on to break out of this sideways consolidation within our massive, 30% range, and then we started to trend upwards. And from that trend upwards, somewhere around this zone, I started to entertain long ideas and spot buys and things of that nature. So bullish on the way up, bullish at the exact top, bearish ever since deviating back inside the range, right? So a loser's mindset is to see this range breakout, right? 30% range, 3 months long. We finally resolved that range. So you've come to expect sideways for 3 months, right? Relatively trading around 39.3, 40K, somewhere in that zone. You've come to expect sideways for 3 months. You finally get something other than sideways. A loser's mindset is you come in and you say, "Oh, this is probably nothing," right? It's probably nothing. We finally resolved outside of a 3 month long and 30% range. It probably doesn't mean anything. That's exactly how you sit on your head. You sit on your hands like a fucking pleb and remain complacent, right? And coping during double digit percentage moves over the course of months. Right? That is exactly how you do that. So, if you want to do that, right? If you want to sit on your hands and be coping and complacent like a fucking pleb, then fade range breakouts. However, if you expect the range breakout to be a range breakout, like I did, only for us to fall back inside the range, right? Now you're doing something outside of the norm. You've done something outside of a 30% range over the course of 3 months, only to resume the norm. So now that says something, right? Now that speaks to how significant this price action truly is. Now, this in hindsight is an obvious deviation. However, I adjusted as it was occurring because I take things at face value for what they are, because that's a winner's mindset. That's how you win. Um, and we deviated from the range and now we're headed towards mid range. And a deviation in range trading simply implies that, or in trading in general, simply implies that you've done something outside of the norm, only to resume the norm. And in range trading, the norm is pretty simple. Range highs see mid range, which then see range lows. Range lows see mid range, which then see range highs. Repeat that process over and over and over again until it stops fucking working. When it does finally stop working, you don't fight it. I don't care if you're bearish during this entire drop from the exact macro top, because you're probably the same person who was bearish for all this price action on the way up into that top, right? The only way that you make money in this market is by adjusting to the new information as it comes. And if you take this example and you apply it to something like Sol or ETH or any altcoin that had a pretty nice run during this push upwards, anything other than Bitcoin, that idea of even if you're bearish from the exact top to current price, if you were bearish on the way up into that top, it really doesn't fucking matter. That idea only gets exaggerated further when you go and look at something like Sol or I don't know, whatever else altcoin, right? That has had a crazy move upwards. It only gets exaggerated further. So please do not fall victim to these people saying, "Oh, I told you this was the top. I told you this was the top." Good bets can get unrewarded just the same as bad bets can get rewarded. The bears at this exact top, in my opinion, are fucking idiots. And I'm willing to bet that 99% of them were bearish on the way up into that top getting created. So really, they're just now starting to reach their break even point. Congratulations to them. Be willing to adapt, stay on your toes with this market. Come to expect whatever is occurring at face value, take things for what they are. This is a range deviation, and deviations imply the norm. And that simply just means that range highs will see range lows or mid range and then eventually range lows, right? And that's really it. That's all I can say. If you like this video, and give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. You know, the whole YouTube influencer shit. Use my ref link because I'm still a pleb. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you later.